Hi, JMF Knits here from Ravelry. I just recently finished the Trapeze Mystery Knit Along, and I thought that since the bind off is fresh in my mind and I remember where to put the beads, that I'd go ahead and make a video, because I know that when I first started out the bind off, I just had a little trouble with knowing where to place the bead so that it would consistently end up in the same spot. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a video since I know that that might help, at least one person. So let me go ahead and show you how to do this. I'm going to show two different ways. I'm going to show the way I did it, which was I kept the bead to the front of my knitting on this wrong side of the work, and that made the bead end up on the very edge of the knitting. I'll also show the more common way, which was to keep the bead in back when you're doing the purl two together, and that results in the bead ending up more clearly in front. So let's go ahead and do this. First we have to do the setup, which is purl 2 stitches. So there's purl 2. Okay, then for bead placement, I have a little tip. When you slide the bead up, like before, you leave a little space, and then here's the little tip or advice that I have. Keep the bead at the top, like this, rather than going down below, and it will pop through more easily. Alright, so there's that, and then let's finish the setup. We have to purl 1. And then you can see the bead, it's just kind of loose on this loop. What I did is I didn't move it at all. I just put my left needle in from behind, and then when I work the two together, you can see the bead is like sitting above the right needle, right here in front. It's sitting above that, and as long as it's sitting above that, but not all the way to the back of my work, then it will end up on the edge of my knitting. So let me do that, and you'll know you did it right if the bead is sitting right here at the top of the back, like staring right at you. So now when you do the rest of the bind off, the regular bind off, I will be working the bead like that. So purl 1, and then slide a bead up. Leave a little slack, keep it on top, pop it through. Purl 1. Oh, I did something wrong there. There we go. Okay, purl 1. Put your left needle in. See where the bead is? Right there. Work 2 together. That's a purl 2 together. You can see if you did it right, if the bead is right here at the top. So purl 1, slide up the bead, make sure it's on top, pop it through, purl 1, put your left needle in, make sure the bead is right there, wrap it, work 2 together. Okay, so see how they're ending up on the top, like the very edge of your knitting. It looks like that on the front side too. Now I'm going to show you the more common way, which is to put the bead in a different place when you work them together. So let's do that. Purl 1. Put your needle in, left needle from the back, slide it up. Now this is no different. We're just popping the bead through, working a purl 1, and now we've got these 2 stitches with the loose bead here, and instead of keeping it here in the front, I'm going to slide it around to the back. You can do that at any time, just I found it was kind of easier to do it right then. Put your left needle in from behind, work them together, and you can see, whoa, there's no bead in the back. And that's because it is definitely clearly in front. And after I do a few of these, you'll see that it sits lower too. So purl 1. Let's slide a bead up, wrap it, make sure it's on top, pop it through, purl 1, and oh dear, let's see, mine's kind of a little bit, there we go. Let's get that all the way to the back. There we go. Alright, work them together. You can see it ends up on the front. Let's do it again. Purl 1. You got 2 stitches. So now slide up the bead. Pop it through. Purl 1. Move it to the back. Get your left needle in there. Work the 2 stitches together. Alright. Without getting me dizzy, let me see if I can turn this around. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. The first 3 that are higher on the left, that's the way that I did it on my trapeze. And that was keeping the bead in front, yet above the right needle. And the next 3, we kept the bead all the way, we pushed it all the way to the back before we did the purl 2 together. And you can see on that chain that the first 3 are on the upper part of the chain, and the next 3 that we did on the right, those are on the lower part of the chain. So, you know, you have a little, if you have a preference, you can do it either way. I think that more people are doing it where the beads are lower and clearly in the front, but I just kind of like them on the edge, so I did them that way. Hope that helps somebody. Thanks.